Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. All right, today we're going to be seeing how well people know their money. At Ramsey, we created a quiz called How Well Do You Know Your Money? And we decided to take it to downtown Nashville to see how people answer and to know, do they know the right answers to these questions? Well, let's see how they did. All right, the first question is, what does having a balanced budget mean to you? Here's how people in Nashville answered.
What does having a balanced budget mean to you?
She's the money person in the family. So actually, she tells me what I can spend and not.
So that's a balanced budget.
That's about right here.
Okay. Not being broke every week.
I guess enough money for basic stuff, your house, where you live, your car, food, grocery, go on vacation once in a while.
Just watch over everything that I'm spending. I use cash in all of I have envelopes my grandma taught me. And so on the envelope, I write out everything I'm supposed to be spending for the week. I have $50 in groceries for the week, X amount in gas and fun and stuff. And so I'll use the envelope to take money out of the envelope every week, and that's what I have. If the envelope's empty, then I can't spend any more money. So that's what I use for budgeting.
What does budgeting mean to you?
Not being kind of rich and kind of not rich.
Okay.
Every week.
Every week. That's a great answer.
Oh, it's so great. So great to hear from all of them. All right, the correct answer, though, is that your income for the month matches how much you give, save, and spend. So again, a zero-based budget is the key. You're gonna have your income for the month at the top, list out all of the categories that you spend money on, including giving, saving some money, and then everything else. And the goal is that income minus all those categories equals zero. That is a zero-based budget, a balanced budget. You know exactly where every dollar is going. All right, the next question is, what impacts your credit score the most? Here's how people answered.
What impacts your credit score the most? Is it amounts owed, length of credit history, credit mix, new credit, or payment history?
I think it's payment history, I would say.
Payment history.
We'll repeat the options because debt to income ratio affects it the most from what I've understood.
Amounts owed?
Yes, that would be the correct
That
answer.
one?
So fascinating. Okay, the correct answer is payment history. So the way your credit score is calculated has to do with all debt. So it's your debt amounts, new debt you're taking on, how often you pay on your debt. So all these factors. Now, the largest percentage of that mathematical equation of how your credit score is calculated, the thing that counts the most is payment history. But I will remind you, your credit score is an I love debt score. You basically need a credit score to go more into debt, and you can still get a house through manual underwriting without a credit score. You can still rent an apartment, get a cell phone, everything you need. You can live life without a credit score. All right, the next question is, what's the least amount you need to save for a down payment to avoid PMI, private mortgage insurance? Here's how people in Nashville answered.
What's the least amount you need to save for a down payment to avoid PMI, which is private mortgage insurance?
Oh, you got me on that one. I don't know. I would say 10%.
Oh gosh. I'm going to say 10%.
All right, it's a tricky one, but the correct answer is 20%. So again, if you can save 20% of your down payment, you avoid a huge cost, which is PMI, private mortgage insurance. So I know 20% is a lot. We recommend down to 5% for first-time home buyers, but again, it is huge if you can get that 20%. All right, next is, what type of retirement account offered by your employer would you contribute after tax dollars? Here's how people answered.
What type of retirement account offered by your employer would you contribute after tax dollars?
Is it a Roth?
After tax, so the IRA?
This is a hard one. When you talk about retirement and all of that investing, it can be very complicated. But the answer on this is your Roth 401k. Roth is one of the best words you can hear, whether it's a Roth IRA, Roth 401k, because a Roth protects you from taxes after the fact. So again, Roth, this is, the best word that you can have when it comes to investing, because it means that you actually put money into this account after you pay taxes. So all of the growth in that account is tax free. And so when you look at compound interest, and you look all the way to retirement, it is a wonderful thing because there's gonna be a lot of money in there that will not be taxed. All right, the next question is, if you carry a balance on your credit card, your interest will be charged how often? Here's how people in Nashville answered.
If you carry a balance on your credit card, your interest will be charged how often?
APR, it's annual percentage, so it's monthly.
Monthly.
Monthly?
Monthly?
It's charged daily.
Monthly.
Well, it depends. Depends on what finance company. I can prove you wrong on that.
Okay.
Some finance companies will hit a monthly cur on the total balance and then hit you for the 18%. But some companies allow you to pay towards the principal, will hit you on a daily basis. So when you pay towards the principal, some of that money is still going to interest.
Okay, most people know this one. Yeah, monthly. Monthly is the answer. So if you carry a balance on your credit card, every month interest would be charged. And that's one reason I say stay away from credit cards. People are like, well, I pay it off every month. Statistically speaking, majority of Americans do not. And in fact, the average American family carries $16,000 in credit card debt. So just say no, get them out of here. Get them out of here. Use a debit card. Use a debit card, people. All right, next is what kind of debt cannot be erased by bankruptcy? Here's how people answered.
Oh. That one I do not know.
Medical debt.
And I'm a nurse, I should know that.
No, I'll give you options. It's not
Okay.
you can check. Medical debt, personal loans, credit card debt, or student loans.
Personal loans?
It's actually student.
Student loans, really?
Yeah.
Okay, did not know that.
Yes, student loans is the correct answer. So regardless of bankruptcy, your student loans are with you forever. Sally Mae, until you get her out of there. Pay her off, be done with it. It's a great thing. All right, next question is, what type of car insurance coverage would pay for damage to the other person's car? Here's how people answered.
What type of car insurance coverage would pay for damage to the other person's car?
Comprehensive?
Collision?
On collision course on that.
It's actually property damage.
Is it really? Wow, I didn't know that. See that? Wow, see?
See?
Okay, this was a hard one. I'm not gonna lie, this is hard. So the answer is property damage liability. Now, when it comes to these very specific niches of your money, so whether it's investing, insurance, taxes, always have people in your corner, okay? Have a great insurance agent that can explain stuff to you, just so you know, just so you have the knowledge, because you can just make better decisions when you have the knowledge. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because again, these niches, these industries can get very complicated. So ask questions. All right, so the next question is, let's pretend that you just bought a house. What isn't included in your closing costs? Here's how people answered.
Let's pretend you just bought a house. What isn't included in your closing costs?
Taxes?
No, taxes,
Taxes included.
Escrow taxes included. What's not included?
I can give you options. You want
Okay,
Yes.
give it an option.
Down payment, loan application fee, title insurance, or loan origination fee.
Second one?
Wait a second.
Down payment, loan application fee, title insurance, or loan origination fee.
Loan application.
It's actually down payment's not
Down
included.
payment's not included?
No, because you already paid your
You
down
already
payment.
paid it. Ah, okay,
It was
fine.
at the very end.
Tricky
Yeah.
questions.
All right, the down payments. Yep, that's the correct answer. So your closing costs have a lot of things wrapped into them, but your down payment is not included in that. All right, next, let's pretend that you just got hired for a new job. Which of the following would not be a mandatory deduction from your first paycheck? Here's how people answered.
Which of the following would not be a mandatory deduction from your first paycheck?
Okay.
Social Security and Medicare taxes, 401k contribution, state and local income tax, or all of these are mandatory deductions.
Oh, I have no idea. I'll say all of them because I have no idea.
401k.
I would say 401k.
I don't think the 401k is mandatory.
All right, most people knew this one, which is great. Yes, the 401k contribution, all the other taxes, everything is mandatory. Those will always be taken out, but you do not have to fund your 401k. And in fact, as much as I love investing and I love retirement investing and I love, again, looking towards the future, I want you to be debt-free with a fully funded emergency fund before you do this. All right, the next question is, what is considered an excellent credit score? Here's how people in Nashville answered.
What is considered an excellent credit score?
I would say my credit score is 848, almost at 850. So I would say 800 or above to me.
Excellent would be what, 800 and up? Over 800.
All right, the correct answer is 800. And a lot of people knew this one. It's so funny, the answers that a lot of people knew or didn't know. And that's how much the credit score is talked about, you guys, 800. I mean, people they just know it. It is a part of our rhythm and our life. So again, getting to a point in life when you're not using debt and your credit score goes down to undetermined, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy world to live in when you get to that place because the world worships your credit score. They really believe that your credit score is an indication that you're good with money. It's not. Remember, it's an I love debt score. Man, it's just good to know where people are at. And again, we just need financial literacy. We just need some good education when it comes to money. It can be a very complicated subject, I understand. But the more you know, the more knowledge you have, the better you are to make decisions. So I would love for you to share this with a friend who might want to take the quiz and test out their own money knowledge. So I'll drop a link to the quiz in the description below. And if you're listening to the answers and thinking, oh gosh, I need to brush up on some of this, because some of them were hard. Some of the questions were hard. I would really encourage you to take Financial Peace University. This is our 9-lesson class that, man, millions and millions of people have gone through, but it gives you the basics of everything you need to know, from budgeting to building wealth. And it is so helpful, again, to be educated and know what actions to put into practice. That way you can control your money, because this is what all this is about. So Financial Peace University, I will drop a link to that in the description as well. So remember, you guys, take control of your money and create a life you love.